I just wanted to add something, and it flows directly from something that you were saying, Tom, about, you find people who will sell Russian oil for you. You could just change the label.
Mhm.
And I did wonder while you were saying that whether perhaps the people who might do that would in fact be the Saudis. Now, the reason I say this, and I'm going to say this, yeah.
I don't think that's going to happen, but it's hilarious. Go for it. I'm all ears, Alex. I am all ears.
Take the first step towards online privacy. Get NordVPN.
Find the best cryptocurrency investments, check out Token Metrics, use my affiliate link for a discount.
We've also had some incredibly friendly conversations between Putin and MBS at the moment. There was just one, I think, yesterday.
Tom, something is going to happen in the Middle East.
Yeah.
And so then I had him back on a couple of weeks ago and I said, Alex, something just happened in the Middle East. The Saudis just ended the war in Yemen. He's like,
there's massive criticism of the Russian fleet, by the way, for letting this old ship that dates from the 1980s, putting it basically in the line of fire. That's exactly what happened. But I think your explanation of the American position is absolutely on the spot. I mean, I have not been able to understand why the Pentagon has been so ambiguous about this matter. When they came along and obviously under enormous pressure to confirm that it had been deliberately destroyed by these Ukrainian missiles, you get anonymous officials. Why anonymous officials? Why not Kirby himself?
Right.
Why saying that we only believe it was this?
Right.
I mean, it's quite clear that both the Americans and the Russians, or at least their militaries, are trying to restrain the crazies.
This is why Macron is in trouble, because it got leaked that they've got their French officers that are trapped there. You've got British SAS are trapped there. You've got British officers. You got American officers. You got Canadian officers. They're all running the fucking show down there. And this has already been a war between NATO and the Russians, with the Ukrainians being slaughtered by the thousands.
Yeah.
And it's disgusting and it's sick, and they're all on the hook for it. Like, it's crazy. That's the funniest goddamn thing I've heard, and that's the best thing I've heard all week. Yeah. That is hilarious. I didn't know Putin did stand up, which means that for the first time in a rate hike cycle, the Federal Reserve is actually independent, and many of the other independent banks, central banks, are more independent. The only one that isn't is the ECB, because the ECB is the only one that manages 19 different countries. The ECB is screwed, basically. And so the euro is under serious pressure here because the Russians are de-euroizing their trade.
But I also get the sense that it's a struggle now to keep this story as the headline story in the media, in the sense that people are becoming much more concerned about rising prices. The fundamental problem we have in Britain is that we have a completely closed political class which has complete control over the political system, and which has shown extraordinary skill and ruthlessness in blocking out any challenges. So, I mean, they destroyed Corbyn, they've sidelined Farage, at least for the moment. There's no real sign of any sustained challenge to them. And at the same time, they all agree with each other. I mean, they may pretend they're conservatives, they may pretend that they're Labour, but there's no real difference. There are very powerful structural reasons, and one of them is the extreme dominance and centralisation of politics in London, which means that if you control London, basically, you can control politics across the whole of Britain.
By 2024, we're all going to be sitting there wondering, how did Russia get so rich?
Tom, thank you. Well, one of the ways is if Vladimir Putin is watching this, if he could comment and like and subscribe, and continue to watch your channel, Tom, and I'll have all the links in the description below. And of course, stay up to date with a prodigious amount of material, Alex, that you and Alex C at the Duran put out. Alex Christophorou's channel and your channel, and then of course the Duran, and I'll have all the links in the description below. Gentlemen, thank you so much. It's been absolutely fabulous listening to you both. I look forward to doing this again in about a month's time. Really, really appreciate it. If everybody is watching, please subscribe, follow me on Twitter, CryptoRichYT, join my official Telegram announcements channel. And I don't even know why I say this, because we haven't even talked about crypto and about Russia making crypto, like legalizing it or regulating it in some way, and how that's going to roll out. That'll be another conversation.